scene right now where there have been some explosions, it seems. There are crowds gathering. Whitney, can you tell us what's happening where you are? I think we're having trouble with Whitney's connection. We're going to try to reconnect with her. This is an active situation that's unfolding on the ground in Minneapolis. And like the scenes of ICE operations across the city over the last couple of days, it gets chaotic, and it gets chaotic very, very fast. Look, we don't know all the details. We were saying in the previous segment, as we're coming back to the table while we wait for Whitney, the DHS says that this was a targeted enforcement operation and that the ICE officer was attacked. And I do think that that is exactly the type of situation that we want as few of those situations as possible to transpire. And yet it seems like all the time there are all kinds of interactions happening where ICE officers are put in danger. And I'm not sure if it's all just because of, violent people attacking them. Sometimes it's also the tactics that I think are putting them at risk. With vehicle stops, which have been some reporting about how these vehicle stops are so dangerous, and more of them are happening.
Tim Walz and Jacob Fry should make an offer to DHS. They should offer to repeal their ordinances of separation in their sanctuary policies that prohibit local police and state troopers and state prosecutors from helping ICE, in exchange for a prioritization that ICE is going to only go after people who have felony problems, or who have violent criminal past, who have other serious charges pending or have in their past. They ought to make them that offer. That's the way. If you want to make this work a lot better in the community, then the Democratic community leaders should offer to help. They should make this a collaborative effort.
I think they would take that deal, but I'm not sure the administration would take that.
So are you admitting then that ICE is not handling this appropriately?
I've just said I think they need to be learning. They need to be learning from their tactics, from mistakes as we go along.
Okay, but learning on the job is not hitting a woman point blank 3 times in the face and then calling her an effing B, which I can't say on TV, and having her bleed out with teddy bears in the car. How does that build trust? How does that make any of us safer? And how does that build the goodwill to do what Donald Trump would like to say that?
Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm going to go back, or try to go back to Whitney Wild, who's on the ground now. Whitney, can you hear me? Whitney, what's happening around you?
Yep. Okay, we are near 23rd and Lindale. It's not an exact location, but we're a couple blocks away. Sorry, it's a little hard to breathe because they just let off several flashbangs, multiple tear gas canisters that were coming off all around us, and a woman